Yeah, definitely. It
Okay.
is a welcome scheme because it's just like this debate, has it done more good than harm and all of that. So we're going to check the balance now to
Mm-hmm.
see what it has really done to us,
Yeah.
So I would say the welcome scheme because it has really been helpful to many couples.
Uh-huh.
The sole purpose of this primary place of assignment, right? For me, I feel is to help core members. Maybe after so much stress and all of that, at least you have the hope of being retained in some organizations,
Yeah.
right? And it helps to lessen the burdens of these core members
Uh-huh.
carrying file up and down, and before you know it, your shoes are chopped up because you're looking for work. But so this primary place of assignment is definitely has reduced that stress to a barest minimum.
Yeah.
That okay, after the 1 year, they just give you employment. Like, oh, you're like, oh, I'm so favored, I'm so lucky, all of that. And you just go to church, oh, praise God. And so, yeah, it has really done good.
Yeah.
And so, we really encourage the
Okay.
government to do more.
Okay.
And in that aspect, right? So, I'm going
Hold
to,
on, you will
okay.
tell us. But Jennifer, I want to hear from you, right? Jennifer, so far, would you say that your PPA has been in your favor or it has not been in your favor, and why? It has been in my own favor actually. So first is actually where I want to work, and also it's also relating to my course and also makes me to learn what I've learned in school better, understand it in a practical form, and also meeting new people. Being stuck in the other place, you not meet new people in your house now. Yeah. So getting to my primary place of assignments, right? I've met new people, networked with even the governors and the rest of that. So I've gone wild, right? I won't even see myself going to the governor's house, but with my place of work, I've been in front of Sanwo-Olu so many times. Wow. So I've met the governor, our Ministry of Youth and Social Development, because we're working close with them. So yeah. I've gained new experience. It has exposed me out there. Wow.
So my own case is totally different because
I'm waiting for this.
I got posted to a place, and getting there they were like they rejected like today covers and due to location and distance and me coming also I was having the hope of okay it will be something different. But when I got there I still had to face the same story that people faced. But I was lucky I was able to get a letter of rejection.
Oh.
And I took it back to my LGI, and I was placed in somewhere that was better and quite conducive. So it's a roller coaster of emotions because having to move from a place I was meant to be posted to somewhere else. But yeah, I am.
It went in your favor. Okay, so for the sake of somebody who is about to get into NYC, who does not understand what we're saying, who does not understand what PPA is, who does not understand what posting and reposting means, you will serve the country for a year, and that place is called your primary place of assignment, which is PPA. That's what we mean by PPA, right? Now, this PPA, according to them, it can be good or it can be bad, right? Now, when it's bad, there's something you can do about it. So, can you guys tell them the steps they can take just in case they don't like their PPA, or in case it's not working in their favor, or in case the PPA doesn't provide something that they need, like say accommodation or allowances or salary? Is there something, are there steps they can take? So
Yeah, definitely. I feel it's only death that doesn't have a solution, but for every single thing that it has, right, like there's a solution for every single thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are steps to take.
Okay.
So I think I was fortunate in no, not fortunate, really unfortunate to be in that category. Yeah, first of all, because I was first posted to a place, and number one, the place was very far from me.
Okay.
And if I'm to spend my transport, I'm spending hell gem of maybe like 3K to 4K in a day, just going and coming. And when I got there, the payment they offered wasn't as impressive as it should be. It's just I am giving by just like garbage in and there's no garbage out. So I'm being the one losing at this point. I remember I'm a core member. So I just have to go back to my LGI, that's my local government inspector, back to my local government, and I did what they call reposting. So I first of all explained to those my people why the need why they have to reject me. Number one, the distance was not favorable, and quite alright, they understood. They understood. So there are still good people out there, yeah. So don't misquote every infirm, every institution.
But then there's
Yeah.
some people there's some people who will not want to reject you,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
Who will not want to reject it. If you like, let your story be that you came from Zanzibar and you stopped at Sahara Desert and they don't care. So in cases where the PPA refuses to hand you a rejection letter, what can a core member do to make sure that they repost it?
Okay, that's why your LGI is there, right? They're always there to provide support and also assist you in any way they can. So according to what they said in camp, if you're having any issues with your PPA, maybe they're not treating you nice and the rest of that, you can always come back and report them to the PPA, to your LGI, and they will take up that case. They will take up that case and make sure that very PPA rejects you. Because I was at the LGI one time like that, and the girl said that she was in an LGI. They were treating her harsh, right? They even put her in the police station for something that she did not commit.
Serious?
And according to what they said you're not allowed to put a core member inside the cell without any proper evidence of the person committing that crime. So they took them to court anyways. And obviously NYSC will always win the case. So,
exactly.
Yeah, so that's why your LGI is there. So when you're having any issue, you always go back to your LGI and they will make sure they rectify that issue for you.
Okay, so one thing they can do is to go to the LGI.
Yes.
And okay, that's interesting. What about you, Emirates? Do you think there's another solution? Because we're not going to lie, right? There are some LGIs that are not the most
approachable people.
We have to be honest here. And we're not saying they're bad people. We're not saying they do bad things. They might not be the most approachable people. So is there another step? Is there something else that you can do apart from a letter of rejection?
So I would practically say there is no other way, because the only way I know which they said that is you have to first of all try and see if it's possible for you to
be rejected.
Or at most try to see if it's something that you can actually cope with. Or if you see at the longer run something you're not coping with, they're not even making it easier for you to want to cope with, then you need to let them know you want to be rejected.
Write a letter of complaint.
To your LGI, and if your LGI sees the reason and follows what you're trying to tell them, they definitely would call them. I guess to know
take up the issue.
And if the energy is same to them, they have to.
So guys, apart from the letter of rejection, there's also a letter of complaint that you can write by yourself, telling your local government inspector why the place is not conducive for you, right? So guys, we've talked about how you can get out of a bad place of primary assignment, but we also need to let them know the importance, because in my opinion, right, the place of primary assignment can actually help shape your career, shape your life after NYSC. So for people who are learned in certain fields, is there a way they can get a place of primary assignment that is in tandem with what they do or what they studied? Jennifer?
Yes, that's why I will advise before going to camp, you find a place that actually syncs with you. You might know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, right? And ask around what organization have vacancies in place and go for interview. And by God's grace, you pass that interview. When you're employed into the organization, you have to tell them ahead of time that so they might be going for my NYC. So I might take a 1 month leave. I will come back eventually, that I will work it out, right? Because you have to work it out now, because NYC will shock you. You want to serve in Lagos, they throw you to Nasarawa State. So you have to sort it out.
That's for people who have places where they work for the good camp. So for people who have particular companies, I think that you can actually go to these companies and pitch to them before going to camp. You pitch to this company, say, okay, I can do this, I can do this for you, and I want to serve in this company, but I will need a letter of request, right? So a request letter is something that you can take with you to camp. Right? Yes, a request letter, that's what it's called. So when the company accepts that you work with them during your service, they give you a request letter, you take it to camp and you submit it to the state coordinator. However, they do that in your camp.
As you submit it, you pray too.
You submit it and you pray. That it's honored, and they post you to that company. I think the company also has to be registered with NYSC.
Definitely.
That's another prerequisite. So that's another way in which you can go about it. Do you know any other ways? So,
no.
What about you, America?
I think it's still the same way.
Request letter, right? Oh yeah, and something else you can do, guys, be active in camp. Right? You know how they tell you when you get to camp, do this, join the activities, volleyball, OES, and stuff. It's not a lie. It's not a lie. Be active in camp. Be
good to people.
Be good to people. Be active. Don't hide, guys. Don't hide. I know that. See, the truth is, you don't have anything to lose, right? Because there are over 5,000 people that you don't know, who don't give a shit about you, and you honestly do not care for them either. So what is stopping you from showing your true self? Show your talent. Some people actually bag jobs in camp. Because I remember when we were in camp, and some radio stations came and then they did a competition, and the winner got a job. They would ask you to read something, and if you read very well, they would just offer you a job. After, once you're done with camp, your job is waiting for you. And there are other organizations and even tech companies that do that in camp. So be sure to participate. Even if it's debate, there has to be something you're good at. Be obvious, guys. And trust me, you would be given the opportunity to pick a PPA.
Let your platoon leader know you.
Let your platoon leader know you. Let your platoon inspector know you. Just be friendly with officials, be respectful, and be disciplined. That's another thing. Don't be notorious. Don't go and do practical power in camp. They will chase you away. If you don't know what that means, that's your business. But don't do practical power. Don't be caught in the room when everybody else is outside during the parade or whatever.
Not only the room, so behind Mami Market. Doing the unknown.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
I never knew.
For the lady, should be the one giving this advice.
In my own camp, someone just came and they did that. So within 3 days, they left the camp.
Imagine.
They told them to leave
Do you
the
know
camp.
what is shocking? So in my camp, right, people were getting really comfortable, like hiding in the room, sleeping in the room. One day, they just went upstairs, and everybody who was upstairs, while everybody else was parading, they sent them home.
Yeah, so fast.
And the funny thing is, I may or may not, I'm not saying I did, because you cannot tell me what I did and what I did not do, but I may or may not have done that thing the previous day, and it was because of the grace of God that I was outside with everybody else. So that's all about that. So, do you guys have any pointers of what the core members should do when they get their PPA? Because some people say, "Oh, be nice. It's okay for you." Some people say, "Oh, be nice, but don't take rubbish." Some people say, "Don't take rubbish." Some people say, "If your PPA does anyhow, show them."
No.
There are different orientations. What do you guys think, really, realistically, from your experience, Emirates?
Sorry, more corrections. Daddy.
Emirates, well, you said your name was. I'm not calling you that. My daddy is watching this. Be careful.
Okay.
Emirates, daddy. I said Emirates. Emirates. What do you think, daddy?
So basically, I would say be open-minded and be ready to face challenges, problems, and be a solution giver.
Very important.
Not a complainant, a solution giver. So once you get to your PPA, be ready, be open-minded, and just be yourself, my leader.
And give value.
Just give value. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Okay, so salt of the earth. Tell us.
Okay, I think the way you position yourself matters a lot.
Yes, it does.
Just sell yourself out there. Package yourself well. Like, just be of good conduct. Like, the day that I went for the first time to my organization where I'm currently working, like the face of the woman wasn't all that receptive, but I have this self-confidence in me. Salt, no face is shunning you. You are the salt of yourself. You're taking position, like this guy. We got the spirit. So I have to position myself. Well, okay, you just have to be bold. You have to be yourself. And when we got talking, I just realized that this woman is really not who the face is telling me she is. So I first took my ground. The boldness was there, and okay, what can you do? Can you do this? Can you do this? Yes, I can do, and this and that. Then after selling yourself out, within the long run, you will make some mistakes. They will shout on you, but yield to corrections. Yield to corrections. So I think that will help you, because if you're not a submissive person, I don't think some bosses don't like proud people,
But still,
not that you are going to be very like a fool. No. Just be on the right track.
Okay, what about you, Jennifer?
I think you should be willing to learn, right? Don't just assume I don't know it. Try and say I don't know it, but I will learn it, right? Be open to learn. Don't how will I put this in English? Well, just be open to learn. That's what I want to say. Be humble, right? Come down to earth and be open to learn, and it takes you far anyways.
Yeah, also, she said something really important about how you position yourself. There are two kinds of core members. There are the core members that, I'm going to be very plain with this, by the way. If you get offended, you should ask yourself why you're triggered. But there are some core members that they would send to buy amala and buy soup and buy fuel for the generator. And then there are the core members that they call to the meetings when there's a problem. They're the core members that they want to assign their very delicate, important project. They're the core members whose opinion they want to know. What core member are you going to be? The way they take you stems from even the way you walk into the room, how you introduce yourself, how you carry yourself. That is where it stems from. So you need to know what core member you want to be. Are you going to bring value, or are you going to position yourself as someone who is going through the most and can't wait to be done with NYC? It depends on you. So choose the kind of core member you want to be. Everything you do is going to either turn out great for you or tone down your progress in the future. So even if you're in a place where you don't like that, your boss might know somebody who can be influential in the place that you want to be in. So do well to do your best. Have your seeds, be humble, but don't be disrespectful, okay? You can actually know who you are and portray yourself as someone with value and content, but not be disrespectful, right? So choose the core member you want to be in your PPA. Guys, do you have any other input for perspectives or gentlemen core members?
No, I don't.
No, you don't. Do you? So
They should work on themselves.
work on what exactly? Is it attitude? Is it knowledge? What should we
All of the above. Very important.
Okay. Attitude, knowledge, wardrobe, social skills, very important. It's social skills. So that's not about that pretty much. So that's it on the PPA episode. You can be given whatever PPA, but it's left for you to change it or make the most out of it. That's it. It's been an amazing episode with you guys. I love you so much. It's Jessica, and this remains the crux. Reminders of your names. Thank you.
I'm Jennifer.
And
Emrex Daddy. Check me on Instagram.
Ooh.
Emrex Daddy on Instagram.
Salt and daddy. Such names. Anyway, guys, it's been a blast. I'll see you when I see you. Take care. Mwah, mwah, mwah.